Good evening. I am coming to you live. I was hoping that I could get the video going, but for some reason, I'm not able to get the video. But I just wanted to have a conversation with everyone, all the women that may listen. Um, kind of wanted to have a sister table talk about how we view ourselves. This channel is basically about uplifting, motivating, inspiring, healing women. My intention here is that in our space, we will have love, compassion, and generosity. Tolerance is here. And so I just had some ideas about coming on, doing a live, taking the deep dive and doing a live in studio through the YouTube systems. I need to figure out how to work it. So as I go along, it'll definitely get better. So what is it? We'll kind of just go into what is it about us women that we give so much of ourselves away to others and reserve so little for ourselves. A lot of women have various um, esteem issues or unhealthy self esteem. We have developed these behaviors or habits or this mentality from childhood. It could be from not having our fathers in the home, from coming from abusive homes. Many different times we've experienced things that just haven't allowed us to be our best selves and to live in our authentic light with the limitless abilities to do, be, and have all of what it is that we would want for ourselves in our reality. And so I was hoping that this could be a live where we could talk and people could join the chat room and we could have a discussion. We could just sit and talk and see if together we could build a camaraderie around each other, because most of the things that one sister feels, we all feel, or we've all felt it. We have sisters that have put in the work to see themselves in a better light, to feel better about themselves. And a lot of women who are not living in that sphere, so to speak, who feel that they are not where they want or need to be, sometimes shy away from those women because it requires that you look at the woman in the mirror. It requires that you assess yourself. I found myself at various different points in my life where I've sat and I just wondered, like, how did you end up here? How did you end up here? This isn't the vision that you had for yourself. And I made a habit of looking at a picture when I was, oh, I guess in the fourth or fifth, well, third or fourth grade. And I'm looking there with my little miniature fingernails and my favorite dress. And I look deep into that little girl's eyes. And as I'm looking and gazing into her eyes, I'm saying, what were you thinking? What was life going to look like for you? What were your dreams? What were your aspirations? And I sometimes it's painful. I've been in that place, and it's been very painful to look into my eyes as a little girl and see myself now as a woman, and like over time the different situations and circumstances that I've lived through and been through and conquered. Like, wow, you know. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna be totally transparent. Like, it can really put you in a place where you just cry. You cry because you really don't know, like, where did the time go and how did I get here? And so I grew up as the only child in my home, and I spent a lot of time alone. As a result of that, my mother was a hardworking woman, and she was very um, demanding in regards to what had to be done, and she was relentless about making sure that I had a beautiful home to come to, that I had meals, that I had a good education. She was relentless about those things. And in the midst of that, we used to spend a lot of time talking about things. And now that I'm older, I realize that, like, we really didn't cover enough of what I needed. And why was that? And that was a lot because I didn't have a male in the home. I didn't grow up with a father. So she took me as far as she could from a place of a woman, a broken woman. Even still, she showed me what she would have liked to have seen herself, but it was in the absence of having a father or having, uncles that poured into me, that had me experience certain things in life that in some cases left me feeling devalued, unworthy, insecure, any of those pronouns that you may use, or excuse me, adjectives that you may use to describe your feelings or your circumstances, you know. And it took for me to um, place myself in a situation to where I'm living the life of a single woman, to really develop a relationship with the inner girl, the wounded little girl, the scared little girl, the insecure little girl that is within me. And so I know, by having conversations with many other women, that I'm not alone in this. And it's not really something that um, it's not initially an empowering conversation. It is empowering once you go through the process. However, going through the process, getting to it and going through it, talking your way through it, bringing those emotions out, is tough, you know. And I know that, unfortunately, there aren't many safe spaces where we can have candid discussions about the way that we feel, you know. And one of the things I used to share with my daughters a lot is, like, your feelings don't matter, you know. And one of my daughters had a conversation with me about it, like, What do you mean? She said I used to make her feel some type of way when I would tell her feelings didn't matter. And not that I was telling her that in a belittling way. I was using that as a teaching tool to let her know that it's not that your feelings don't matter, but people don't respond to your feelings as you may want them to. You're going to have to learn how to have those feelings, express those feelings in a constructive way, and get the job done in spite of those feelings. And as she expressed her disdain for that lesson, she also expressed her gratitude because she said to me that having had that knowledge helps her many times to be able to pull back when she was in situations that she needed to retract her feeling or emotional self from. So I'm always excited to know how I think many of us as mothers, when our children, if you're fortunate enough to have adult children, to kind of, that's the time when your report card kind of comes up, when you find out if you imparted any value um, with your children or into your children. What of value have you given them? What life lessons have you given them that will help them to be more resilient in a world where you can be seen today and not seen today in a matter of seconds, um, based upon what the flavor is at any particular time. So I just, I really am excited about even taking the steps to have this platform set up. And I really, I'm going to set the intention I have set the intention to make it where it's productive and it's healing and inspiring. And I want the women that may hear this message to know that this is a place where what you can expect is not ridicule or um, anger, uh, belittling. This isn't the place. This is the place where if you need someone to say, well, sis, you were wrong, or sis, let me help you through that. I shouldn't say you were wrong, because that's, we all have a particular way of seeing things. We all have our own opinions. So it may not necessarily be wrong, but sometimes, well, you may want to consider to do something in a different way with a little more tact and a little more taste. So this channel is going to address, we're going to have discussions about self relationships, relationships with our significant others, our children, our work, but most importantly, ourselves. And so, as I become more endowed with the knowledge of utilizing the platform, I would anticipate that we'll have some really intense and freeing conversations. Tonight is going to be brief because I don't see my camera and I really wanted this to have video attached to it. But if anyone hears it, I'm sure that you'll be able to subscribe to the channel to help it to grow so that more women will become aware of it. We can discuss whatever topics you have, things that it could be anything that is pertinent to the experiences of women. It could be emotional, financial, um, whatever you'd like. I'd like to get feedback on what it is that you would like to discuss, how you would want your sister circle to show up. And I believe that you may be able to see my email address, but my email address is LARTHARIE@gmail.com. You can send me information there. If you have any knowledge on using platforms or any suggestions, I welcome them because I'm new to this and I'm self taught, and some of the videos are a little intimidating. However, I'm out here to learn it. So, with my sister circle, I'm sure I can win at that. And I just kind of wanted to introduce myself. I don't know if I actually did that. Um, my name is Larthery, and I have Mentally Fit Motivational as a name for this channel. I did attempt to change that and it hasn't gone through. So there are a few things that we're working on, and this is a trial run right here because I'm not even sure how this is going to show up. However, yeah, so there's just this is just that place. Like this is our spot. This is our the guys have their men caves. I don't know what we want to call ours because girls, we like to get all out into the universe. This could be our planet, our or whatever, our moon, whatever we want it to be, our sun, because we show up and we show up so brightly and we give so much to the essence of Mother Earth, the essence of humanity. Women, we bring so much to it. Women's Month is coming up, and we have women all shapes, sizes, colors, all levels of education, all different types of creativity. So women, we just do it. And this channel is just set up to help us to come together, to find one another, to find like minds. So this is the magnet to attract those who would be interested in developing those sister circles around the globe. We are using the internet and we're on YouTube and it's international, and we can develop friendships in all walks of life. We can discover family members. This is that place, that love filled place. And I know that you cannot see my face, but I'm super excited about what is to come. And I'm eternally grateful for God giving me the strength and the courage to take these steps to get this started. But I know that I cannot do it alone. And I'm asking anyone who is listening who may have knowledge on how we can produce this for real women with real everyday situations. Our sisters that are on a different level of life have it. Willow has her channel with Jada, her mom, and all, but we can relate because we're all women, yet we need to also be able to voice or have our voice amongst each other. And so I'm going to ask for participation. So if you can, and I know you can, bring you however you come. You know what I mean? You don't have to bring the lashes, you don't have to have your nails done up or any of that if you just don't feel like it. If you do, then go ahead, do your thing, get your swag on, but we're swaggy however we come. When we show up, it's just swag in the room. So yes, just thanking God that I have sisters near and far, and this is a beautiful thing. So please like this, share it, critique it with love and positive intentions, and we'll get it done. I thank you all for attending and for listening. Today is February the 16th, 2022. 8:24 p.m. is the exact time right now, Eastern Standard Time. So please join me. I'm going to try to do this. Well, excuse me. I'm correcting myself because, like I said, this is a place for us. And that's including me. I'm not the guru, okay? But my plan is to come on again tomorrow, approximately 8 p.m. And we're going to try this out again and see how we can get some stimulating conversations going on, hearing what's going on in the sister's life, and some measures that sisters have utilized to help us live out our goddessness with elegance, class, taste, tact, all of that. Okay. So bring it, bring it, bring it. And I'll build with you, as a dear friend of mine would say, on the next day. Peace.